I'm back for, I think this is round 3. Now that we've done the rainforest, we can get down to the rest of it. This next part is going to be the hardest part, I believe, of the beginning area, the water level. Now looking back, Tai 1 didn't have nearly as much civilization as Tai 2. Actually, I just noticed this. Of course there would be one of those behind here. Probably another one over here. Yeah. Video game logic.
Welcome to the Great Barrier Reef, full of beautiful fish, friendly natives, and inviting sandy beaches. It's a beaut spot for a swim if you know how.
Yeah, currently we don't know how to swim, but we will. Just need to make sure to check every corner for secrets. Like this one. I'm back here. Nothing but this crevice here, and an invisible wall. What about on the roof? Probably. Oh yeah, remember those. Now I'm just going to quickly get all these opals. Come on, respond. There. Now what's in here? Nothing? There should be a secret in there. Oh, that's a developer oversight. What is the purpose of all of these huts? Look at that lens flare. Alright, so over here we have this one. Yeah, what else? I think that's everything for this area.
Tai, mate, good to see you again.
G'day, Rex. You saved anyone today?
Funny you should say that. Elle went for a bit of a swim out near Danger Spike.
Danger Spike? Where's that, Rex?
It's a nice little
Danger
spot
Spike?
not
That
too
sounds
far
dangerous.
from Shark Reef.
Yeah, and?
Well, anyway, she's an excellent swimmer, but she hasn't come home yet. I'm starting to get a bit worried.
Struth.
I'm on lifeguard duty, so could you have a look for me?
Well, I would, mate, but I can't swim.
Tell you what, I'll teach you. Follow me. When you're in water, press the bite button to dive, then tap the jump button to start swimming.
Okay. Wish me luck.
By the way, those boomerangs of yours won't work underwater, but I got a prezi for you that'll fix that. These are aquarangs. I found them in an old shipwreck years ago. They cut through water like a hot knife through butter. If you can dive under the water and grab them, well, then they're all yours.
Alright, so...
I know you can find Elle, mate. She'll show you the way to Danger Spike. And remember, when you're in water, press the bite button to dive, then press the...
Okay, no worry.
Yeah, okay. But we need these first.
Good one! The aquarangs work like regular boomerangs, but you can only use them underwater. Oh, and one other thing. You're not a fish, mate, so keep an eye on your air supply.
Yeah, thanks, Rex.
use the aquarang to hit this switch. It'll open the shark door so you can be on your way.
Sweet.
So now, everything has come into place and we can begin swimming. Oh, I didn't get the button. I was hoping to make it like a trick shot.
Great work, Ty. You've learned how to swim and use those aquarangs. With a bit of practice, you'll be a champion swimmer just like me.
You beauty.
This is my good mate. She'll show you the way to Danger Spike. Good luck, mate.
Hey, Ty. You can swim faster by tapping the jump button to gain speed. Let's go find Elle.
I must have been through this level at least 1,000 times by now.
Hey, Ty.
Of course I'm not going to do that initially. I'm going to look for secrets. Look at that. I don't know that seahorses do that.
Follow me!
So if that's the path of progression, then that means that the secrets must be over here. I can already see this one. Oh, this is almost too easy. Oh, that giant area over there has a lot of secrets in it. Over there is something that I think I should see to this one first. Very strange rock formations. Not sure how they got here. I wonder what's on that island. Or under the water over here. It seems that this starting area doesn't have very many of the secrets. I'm trying to think of something to talk about, but there's really not a lot to comment on right now. Oh yeah, so remember in this area there's the quicksand. What is this fish doing here and how can I interact with it? Oh, what's this?
Oh, dearie me. My sweet little angels have wandered off exploring. Now I can't find
Oh
them
yeah, I
anywhere.
remember this.
Please, can you help me?
So, this mission is similar to some of the other missions later on. So it's basically just like an Easter egg hunt.
Yay!
So there's one of them. There's also this thing here blocking the path. Oh, I don't remember them following like that. It's nice that they have an aura so that I can find them.
Thank you!
So I suppose I should just finish this mission first before going and doing anything else. Yeah, this water is like a labyrinth. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the way in to the other area. Are they still there? Yeah, that was like Snake. Remember that ancient game? Now it's going to be hard to remember to get all of these opals. So the opals do seem to be acting as a guiding path. But where are the rest of these? There's one, I think. Or is that the one that started the mission? Yeah.
My babies. But where are the others?
I guess I'm just going to have to forget about those. But where are they actually? I bet they're probably beyond this wall here. Yeah. Probably somewhere in here. No, there's nothing here. Never mind then. I'm going to resume that mission when I get back to it. What even are those things? They look somewhat like crabs, but also a lot not like crabs. So now there's this area here with the quicksand. And it occurs in roughly rectangular patches. Just going to run past all of these. Remember this area? This will take concentration. That's how this is going to go. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to need to retry this. There. This time actually making it across. There, and that's the reward for going through all of that. Not again. There. And then there's this area over here. Now this place is not going to be easy to get through like the last level. Oh no. so this geyser is the secret to getting up. There. Accidentally falling. Oh, this is going to take a while. I recommend fast forwarding. That is if you value your sanity. Thanks, game developers. Oh, and now I have to wait for that to come around so that I can get to the golden cog. That's even better. It'd be better if these would just move faster. I hope I don't fall. Especially not to build artificial suspense. Definitely hope I don't fall before I pick this up. I really hope that I don't accidentally fall, so I need to redo this entire part. And that's what you call good story writing. So what should we do now? There's a lot to get around to around here, and I think that golden cog is the perfect place to start. Oh, one of my favorite power-ups. So, you know what this actually reminds me of? The Blue Eco from Jak and Daxter. That's basically what it is. Where are all of those seahorses? They must be hiding far away from here. Perhaps past those eels. Oh no, there's one. Excellent. Yippee! I bet they're back here is all. Oh yeah, that's another thing. If you don't know about this, you can press right mouse button while in the air. And usually that performs a downward attack, but it also performs a dive if you're above water, which is a really good detail. Expert game crafting. So now we can turn this into Thunder Egg.
My babies. My precious babies.
Oh, that's weird animation.
Thank you so much, little orange fish creature. How can I ever repay you? Hey, I know. You can have this sparkly rock I found in the sand.
You have no idea how much that's worth, and I'm absolutely going to take it from you. Oh, now you look like some kind of molecule. Yeah, very strange. Why are they all glowing like that still? I'll never understand seahorses these days. I think swimming underwater is faster than swimming on the surface. I'll have to test that later. As in later, I mean right now. So this area is complete.
Careful, Ty. Those eels look pretty nasty.
Yeah, I already knew the first time, let alone the 1000th time. But I'm actually not going to go that way, I'm going to go this way. I think those fish eat you, so I'm going to stay away from them. And then I'm going to pick this up over here. Who just leaves these crates just lying around? Ridiculous. Oh, like that. So those fish are going to be a bother if we're not careful.
Follow me! Stay out of the way of those sharks!
Oh, of course, the shark
Big
section.
meanies. Press the action button to swim into the cage. Press the action button again to swim out.
I don't think I'll need to. I am epically skilled. I changed my mind, I want the opals. Do you mind getting out of my way? Yeah, these sharks. How rude. What's even the point of that cage out there? I'm not really a completionist, but I do like collecting as much as I can. I wonder what's back there, though. Probably nothing of any worth to me. What are you doing? There. And now onto this area, where I'm sure most of the secrets are hiding. Like that up there. So if you look closely, I'm sure there's going to be a button near here to lower those platforms. Either here or somewhere near here. There it is. Once you play enough video games, you get attuned to the video game logic, and you build an intuition. Ah, this is going to be so much fun collecting all of these. I only mean that half sarcastically. I almost said ironically. Yeah, that would have been ironic. I don't want to climb this right now. I want to collect all the rest of the secrets hiding. I'm sure I missed something on my way here. Oh look, that boulder in the way. I bet that was the original entry to this area when they were building the level, but they changed it because they wanted to add in an extra section. Oh, I just noticed something. You know, this area is just like, or very similar to, you know that tower level near the beginning of the game Jak 2? Well, this is basically that. Oh, that's one of my favorite levels in any game. It was by far one of the most atmospheric levels I've ever played, and introduced me to one of the best games of all time, which was part of one of the best game series of all time. A very strange positioning for that transmutation machine. I would think that it would be closer to the level end portal. Now, if you don't mind, I'm on a tight deadline. And now I'm on an even tighter deadline, because now I need to backtrack again. I just noticed all these palm trees. There usually isn't only palm trees in these islandic places, you know. Usually there's predominantly these trees on the seashore, but then there's a lot different kinds of trees further in. But as you can see, even up there, they're all palm trees. That's a strange detail. I can't remember if I'm missing anything. So let's actually have a look. So we have just over 2/3 of the opals in the map. We forgot to check out this area and this area, so I'll be heading back to those soon as well. We did all of this area, most of this area, and we're doing this area and this area now. I think the majority of the secrets in this level are in these two areas here, actually. I also need to find the rest of these things. I need to do this thing. I don't remember what these two correlate to. I think the golden cogs. I'm pretty sure we haven't found all of those yet. Now these are the things you must do to squeeze all of the blood out of the rock that is this game. Although that is, I think, understating the value of this game. There's a lot going on in it. In fact, for a game of this type, it's very big. If you look back at all of the games like this, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, those types, you will notice that the quality and craftsmanship of the game more than make up for the lacking special features or polish that the modern games have. In almost all modern games that are like this, you see RPG mechanics, but in this one you definitely don't see any of that. But even though there isn't anything like currency or RPG mechanics in this game, it's still very fun. And that's because the focus was on these mechanics and making them as good as possible. And that's something I've actually noticed in the recent times is very strange changes in the game's ecosystem. And look at how that water cuts off like that into a billboard. And beyond that, it looks like Kerbal Space Program from orbit. But look at all of that detail. That island over there as well. Amazing.
Hey, Dal, how are you?
Yeah, good. And what about you?
Let me guess. Rex was worried about me again?
Yeah, that's right.
Isn't he a sweetheart? Well, I better get home so he stops fretting.
Righto then.
By the way, I found this on the way. Want it?
You know what? I bet there's a huge modding community for this game. I would like to see a community-made expansion pack. That would be very interesting. I wonder how that would even work. Actually, behind here there should be something. Yeah, there it is. There. And so up here should be yet another secret, and here it is. And so now, I think the only thing we have left to do is that area we can see from up here. I can't remember exactly how to get to it, but I think there's an underwater tunnel somewhere. And then there's that machine we need to trek back to after we're done with that. But before any of that, we're going to finish the level in order to get... actually, hold on a second, I think. I think these spawn only on the other side when I use them. Like that. I can't remember if it's when you use them at the end of the level, or if you get near them, or if you just end the level here. Or maybe a combination of those things. Either way, I want to finish the level so I can have the time trial available. And also to get back to the beginning of the level quickly,
Welcome to the...
even though there is the teleporter. Okay, so that's going to be here when we get back.
Ty!
Yeah, I've heard it all before. That brings me to a really interesting subject. Did you know that you can count in binary on your hands with your fingers? You just do it like normal binary counting instead of counting in unary with the number of fingers correlating to the actual number. And so that way you can hold 2 to the 10 maximum number on your hands. What is 2 to the 10 again? I forget these things sometimes. Let me actually iterate through all of them. So there's 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 5, 12, 1024. So if you count 0 in as the first option, you can actually count to 1023. Or if you don't count 0 as one of the possibilities and count 1 as the first one, that's 1024. But back on track, I think the secret tunnel, if there even is one, is over here. There it is. I'm needing to rebuild all of these details from my ancient memories. And here we are, the shipwreck that I never knew about until a long time ago now, but very recently back then, if that makes any sense. So first I'm going to check on land up here, because I don't want to get into the water yet. Also, I want to get this checkpoint. Who even put this outhouse here if it's such a secret and far-off place? This is literally an isolated alcove. How did the ship even get here if it wasn't brought here by land? Did it go through the water tunnel? Okay, so I think that's the way up. I'm just going to get these really quickly. Yeah, there's some interesting things down there. Actually, I think that may be doing things in reverse order. I should probably do this first. Yeah, very interesting. Lots of Shadow Z fighting on these textures. Going up for air because I don't want to drown while I'm looking. Very interesting. Low resolution textures on this boat. Yes. Where did the front of the boat go? Oh, there it is down there. Here. Oh, that's very strange. Look at this find. So if you look here, there's this really weird out of place object right here. That coral. I'm just now noticing a lot of really strange terrain features. But what is it about? Oh, I think I remember what I need to do. It's in there, isn't it? No, it should have been. I'm talking about the Thunder Egg. I'm sure there's a Thunder Egg somewhere around here. I just don't know exactly where. Or maybe not. I'll leave that for later. It wouldn't make sense not to put a thunder egg there. But never mind that for right now. Actually, let me check the map. Yes, look. Right there should be a thunder egg. And there... No, I think that one's actually from the machine over here. Either that or it's underwater or something. But I'm definitely going to double check that. I'm not leaving this level until I have everything. Yes. I can't remember exactly how I get that one. I'm going to leave that for later. I was right originally to leave that later. It's best to save the really weird things for last. And look at that. How many opals short are we? Exactly 15 opals short of the full 300. Now, we can already progress on to the next set of levels, but if we collect everything in this level, we can progress even faster through that, but that's besides me even wanting to collect everything. I think there's actually a point. I'm just going to ignore that for right now and finish what I was saying. I think there's actually a point in this game where you can have enough built-up thunder eggs to skip a whole cluster of levels, and so you can skip whole chunks of the game just by being really good at the first part. It's a very strange shaped skull. Why does the skull have eyebrows? This is not what I had in mind for a skull and crossbones. Anyway, actually there's two of them marking this area, and I'm sure I know why. The quicksand. I just noticed something. They're wearing tires as shoulder plates, as you can see there. Very interesting. Very Mad Max. Why isn't he attacking me yet? Yeah, noticing a lot of things about this model. Yeah. For instance, those belts with belt buckles on them around the arms. Those buttons. Yes, very interesting. You can be dismissed now. And I'm going to get this extra health as well because why not? There, now I have 9. At least I had a lot of things to do on my way back to this area. But I'm still perplexed about this. I definitely don't want to look up a guide or anything like that. But at the same time, I have no idea what to do with this. Look at the size of that door, though. It's much bigger than me. Perhaps. No. Yeah, the video game logic runs dry here. I have no idea how this works. Maybe if I climb to the top of this, I might get a thunder egg as a reward. That would be a bit counterintuitive, though. This is going to make for great footage. And by that I mean, I sympathize for you. There you see, you can't immediately change direction with the controls in this game, which makes this difficult. I'm almost entirely sure that's how that works, though. So I'm just going to keep trying. I hope this doesn't work, because if it does, then that's just insidious. This puzzle is evil. Or maybe it's in here. I doubt it. No. Maybe I'm going about this all wrong. Yeah, I don't think that's actually going to work. I have no idea what this is about. How long have I been spending trying to figure this out? Yeah, too long already. I'll be back again. The first thing that has completely perplexed me so far, which is exactly how these video games are supposed to be. There should always be at least one puzzle that you have no idea how to do. And that keeps it interesting. I'm going to go up this way first. Did you know this game is technically open world? You can always backtrack to the old levels and they will keep their progress. There, that's all the opals for this area. And there's another one of those. I remember now. You need to interact with this first, don't you? No. I thought a bird would carry it over to there, and then you'd need to get it there. I have no idea what I'm going to do about this. There. I think I should just experiment with it off camera. Look at that. Hiding against the skybox. So once you have the infra rings, you can actually hear exactly where all of those are using echolocation. Now, very interesting. So here's where I'm going to cut it and search for myself.